The first place of obedience was going where he knew not. And when he reaches where he knew not, God positions him. He says, look from whence? Northward, southward, eastward, westward. For as far as your eyes have seen, that I have given you. He could have walked a few kilometers, but in the spirit, this man walked the whole world. That voice would not find him with his father Terah. It had to find him in Canaan. Some of you, what you call your destinations are actually places of positioning. God has not even yet started with you. Some of you pastors think you've started a church. No. It's you're just being positioned to start. When your eyes open one day, you will realize that God has called you for way bigger, but he had to invite you to a place where you could see. This was just a pattern. It wasn't his inheritance. Nigeria is not your inheritance. Some of you it is, but some of you, it's from where you look. Who has understood what I just said? Some of us, Uganda is not our destination. It's a vantage point from where which we preach the gospel. I walked to 50 young men in a small room and I told them we're going to preach to the whole world. We didn't have cameras, we didn't have chairs, we didn't have pianos, we didn't have lights, we didn't have anybody. Nobody knew me. Nobody knew us. Some of us, we drank from dead, we fell on bones of the dead. You sit on Kenneth Hagin and consume the guy from morning to evening. Because some men are sources, they're not resources. Are you following what I'm saying? Now, I tell these guys, we're going to preach the gospel to the whole world. They don't ask how. They just start screaming. The chairs which we were using in that room were borrowed. The room in which we were was borrowed. Nothing was in my name. And I told them we are going on TBN International. And they start screaming. 5 years later, TBN calls me and says, we want you on set at any cost. God TV called me and they said, we want you on set at any cost. Face TV called me UK, we want you on set. 1st January, we are on Desktop. Because Uganda is not my destination. I'm positioned there to see. Come on, somebody. Lagos is not your destination. You're just positioned here to see. And as far as your eyes can see, not he will give you, he has given you. Tap somebody and ask them, what do you see? While there were still 50, I told them we are the biggest church in Uganda. Where was still 50? In 5 years from the day Phaneroo was birthed, we had the biggest meeting in our country. 5 years only. 5 years only. Why? Because some of you, the problem is you see wrong. You see indifferently. You don't see. Every time you're sleeping, you see things strangling you. Cows are chasing you. They're firing you. You're being chucked. Your husband is leaving. Your kids have... Somebody, Wafbek is a positioning. You're not here to be encouraged. No, you're not here to be strengthened. You are here because God positioned you today, this week, this season, at the 10th anniversary, because there was something you were going to connect to that is older than you, richer than you, bigger than you, more established than you are, distinctive than you are. There's somebody listening to me in this room. Today, the womb, the midwife that has come to beget you to your next level of ministry is in this room this morning. God is going to take you to the next level of ministry. I hear somebody. Nations are calling you from here. Continents are calling you from here. Television stations are calling you from here. Radio stations are looking for your voice from. Come on, clap for Jesus. Some things you can't buy, you can only position. You had a choice to stay home. because it was a Saturday morning. I had a choice to travel. Pastor Pojo had a choice to put this conference or not. But we're all working under that law. It is demystifying things and aligning. It is positioning us. God sent me to somebody. Something is stirring up in your spirit. And in about a few days, your nation, beyond your nation, God has given you a language. And it's about to come out. No, forget your degree. Forget your university theology. Forget, not that theology is bad. I'm only trying to tell you. Forget your qualifications. Forget your PhD in mathematics and physics. No. God wants to put something on you, like Paul says, no man could find. Some things are unsearchable. Some things are unsearchable. In fact, as we're praying, ask for something no man can find. Something a seeker cannot find, but can find you.